course we are challenged, for example, by the huge subsidy program of the United States.
So what do you do when your biggest trading partner is scaling up subsidies for its green transition? How to stay competitive to keep European businesses and jobs from going elsewhere?
In order to keep these jobs in Europe, we need to fight unfair competition. We're not about closing borders or being protectionist. It's about fighting the discrimination that is included in this American law. And if we can't do it by talking to the Americans, of course, we should be able to have the instruments in place to protect our own industry and jobs.
The United States are back on track as well to fight global climate change. This is a good thing, but I think we need to enter into talks now, because the situation is of course harming both sides of the Atlantic as well, because our supply chains are so intimately linked one to the other.
EPP Group MEPs say you need a mix of measures to face global competition and support EU industries.
We should focus on the deal part of the Green Deal. So we had been neglecting the very fact that we need these industries, but we didn't concentrate. So funding, it's all split over a lot of programs. Secondly, we should think and talk about with the member states on tax incentives.
We should avoid a race who is giving more subsidies. But we have to give us incentives to our companies because we are in transition.
That includes giving private investment an incentive to get in on the action.
We have already very good experience on a European level with our investment fund, where we put public money to incentivize private investors additionally. I think that is better than a race to the highest subsidies worldwide.
Cutting regulatory red tape is another way to speed the green transition.
I think breathing space, if you look at the administrative burden that we're bringing to companies with European legislation, with the top-ups of national legislation in some countries, I think we should really be aware that that's harming the competitive position of our companies.
We need a ramp up for hydrogen. We need more infrastructure in Europe. We're still lacking a hydrogen backbone in Europe. So the enabling part, the framework conditions, should be favorable for investment.
All of that calls for a war room at the European Commission, says the EPP Group.
We want faster planning procedures for cleaner energy. We want to make sure that our industry is seeing the benefits of European aid programs in the short term, that we don't make it too complicated. That takes work in the Commission. So for us, as EPP, we say, let's have a sort of war room to make sure that all these different parts of the Commission actually talk to each other and deliver.
The EPP Group also proposes a Green Deal Envoy to fast-track international trade agreements.
The Green Deal Envoy, I think that is something definitely to make our Green Deal happen as well. And to get the green transition done, we need lithium, we need cobalt, we need a lot of those materials and raw materials, minerals to drive it. Otherwise, the green transition will not work.